DoctorAche reviews 2001, A Space Odyssey audiobook. Short review. Wow. This book was fantastic. I was totally engaged the entire time. The writing was superb and the narrator was darn near perfect. This book has some incredible themes and just realism. Wow. Summary. Spoiler warning. Spoilers ahead. Spoilers. Okay. The story starts 3 million years ago with the ancestors of humans, the man-apes, and we see their struggle to survive, and it is apparent that their species will not be lasting much longer. Then the monolith lands and Eureka's the man-apes, and they begin to use tools. They use the tools to hunt, and they no longer fear starvation. Almost immediately, the clan we are following uses these new tools against the enemy clan across the river. The enemy clan of man-apes. And then we fast forward to 2001, and the man-apes have gone extinct, but they have left behind descendants, and the descendants are humans. They're us. We have evolved to conquer our world. And these humans have begun space exploration, and they discover a monolith buried on the moon. And the monolith, once in the sunlight for the first time in 3 million years, sends a signal to one of the moons of Saturn. The humans immediately send a team to the Humans immediately send a team to make the largest and most ambitious space odyssey ever attempted by mankind. They attempt to make the 900 million mile trip to Saturn's moon. Writing gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Fantastic writing, some of the best themes, characters with motivations, futuristic predictions, and just really well-paced and believable. Writing was fantastic. Beginning gets an 8 out of 10 from me. The audiobook has an intro by Arthur C. Clarke himself, and I really enjoyed it a lot. He talked about how the book was written and his process with the legend Stanley Kubrick. And it was also really touching at the end of his little intro. Clarke said that he really wished he could have welcomed the year 2001 with Kubrick. But the beginning of the story itself, however, was really good. As I said, we follow a group of man-apes as the monolith lands, and it begins to test and modify the man-apes, giving them visions of tools and such. Really good show don't tell, while still telling what was necessary. Very good job with the opening. Ending gets a 9 out of 10. The imagery and the motifs and just everything I loved. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but please, if you're watching this, yes, you, please read this book. Do yourself a favor and read it, please. You will not regret it. Read it, like right now. Go get it. Moving on. Characters get a 7 out of 10. The characters were great. Real motivations and character for the characters. I really liked that Hal 9000 was his own character. It's made very clear that he is conscious, and I like that he's not just a perfect computer and that he isn't evil. Like, he may have large memory banks and logic centers and computing powers, but he still makes errors and suffers psychologically just like humans. Strong AI motif in this book as well. Performance gets an 8. Really great performance by Dick Hill. He nailed Hal and the humans, and he did a great job with his narration. Timing gets an 8 from me. Very good pacing in this story. It is hard to believe that a story that takes place mostly in space, just propelling forward for 10 months, doesn't drag. It's it's incredible that it just, the writing was spectacular, and I just can't fathom how he pulled off the pacing. Wow. Believability gets a 9 out of 10 for me. The story was written in the 1960s, and the amount of stuff they got right about the future and technology and politics is just mind-boggling. Other than that, the characters and believability and the motivations are even the alien/monolith technology is just so well written and believable. Really, really believable story. Antagonist gets an 8. The antagonist can be Hal or space or just a plethora of things. There is constant danger and conflict, and it's all just so good. Twist, I give an 8. The twist could be considered Hal turning on the humans. That's a pretty good twist. Also, the whole ending where Dave evolves is just wow. Did not make me cry. Message. The themes about the perils of technology, nuclear war, space exploration, artificial intelligence, and just so many more. It's just amazing. Really, really great themes. And they're juggled so very well, and they don't pander. They're there if you want to look for them, but they are not shoved down your throat, and that's really, really good. Impact gets a 9. This story just blew my hair back, and that's all I ever want out of any book, story, movie, anything. I just want my hair to be blown back. The cultural impact is also just astronomical. There are so many references to 2001 in pop culture. Granted, most of them are for the film, but these were developed hand in hand, so I count it. Overall enjoyability, I'm giving a 9. This was an amazing listen. I loved the messages and the story and just about everything. Rereadability / recommendability, I'm giving a 9. Please, 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 please read this. Please. Binge-worthy? Yes. You can just binge this whole book. It's not even that long. The audiobook itself, I think, was 6 hours or just shy of 7 hours. It's really short for an audiobook. And it's just such a great story. Final thoughts. I loved this book / story. As you can tell by now, I've said pretty much why already. So I'll just get on to the rating. Rating is a 9 out of 10. A 9. Wow. Okay. This concludes my review of the audiobook 2001, A Space Odyssey. If you'd like to see more videos, click the thingies. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have any suggestions for future reviews, let me know those as well. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!